Tell us the difference between Mario Cristobal and Manny Diaz.
You spoke to Mario?
Yes.
You spoke to Manny?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the difference in their approach in recruiting you?
So he's been doing that probably almost every day for the past since he got up there.
That's what I'm talking about.
So,
that's what I'm talking about.
So I feel like he just coming harder, but that's probably because he just got there, so he got to get on board.
But nah, that's how he gonna be like that. He gonna be like that.
I think fully own it. I don't think he's gonna stop.
Come on, nigga, to smile.
One happy ass.
I'm X, and we got Hurricane Bane on the Footballville Crib Talk Caneville show. Miami Central living legend.
Welcome to South Florida. Yeah. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida. Welcome to South Florida, the bottom of the cliff of the gunshine state. What them boys still boring in that way. Big plate, get it for the 18 if you straight. Get K, and stop hating, it's the motto of the state. A lot of face, but it's still real around here. That foreign talk, that can get.
All right, man, I'm D. Caneville, Footballville, Crib Talk. Here with X. And here with Miami Central State Champ, Ruben Bain. How many state championships you got, bro?
3. I got 3.
A legend already.
Legend. You wouldn't leave with 4?
Definitely. I'm working on it right now.
Listen, was any of the games rough? Like, cause it seemed like when they rearrange things, y'all get the state and some of the games be kind of any of them was tough.
Like starting out in the season,
you
always gonna like start out slow because you still getting out the kinks of the defense and stuff, or the whole team in general. Yeah. So I'd say the first 2 games, then that first Northwestern game.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about in the state championship. Once y'all got them 3 rings, were any of those games tough?
Oh, nah, none of them. Nah.
Y'all about to say they was all blowouts.
Yeah, they messed up the districts, man. It's set up wrong.
Well, I think the road to get the state was tough.
Yeah,
the road to get there was tough.
The road to get out of South Florida always.
But yeah, it's always so.
That night at American Heritage, right? That was tough games y'all played on the way there, right?
Yeah, it was throughout the whole season probably because we were down by the most points. So
yeah,
I say yeah.
And then who y'all played after that?
Killian.
Killian played tougher than I thought they were. A lot of people thought y'all was gonna put Killian on the running clock. And they played it tougher. And then y'all played Mike Check from Bigger County. I was on Bigger County sideline. They had brought police down here and stuff. I was talking to the police, and the police they didn't really know. Yeah, they didn't do no research. They didn't really know who they was playing.
They brought police down.
They had police on the sideline.
The whole city come out.
It's a little small town, bulletproof vest and all. And they didn't know. They thought it was gonna. I was like, "You think it's gonna be close?" And it was like, "No." I was like, "What you mean?" It was like, "Man, these boys 11-1." I say, "One who they lost to?" He said some school. I was like, "Man, all right." Everybody go with about halftime. Cause they played that close for like a quarter or half, right? They was fighting, you know what I'm saying? And it just got out of hand in the third quarter. The bottom fell out. The bottom fell out of that thing. And I went back over there, and he was like, "Man," I was like, "Yeah, bro, y'all had a long drive down here. Y'all didn't do no research." Give me a thumbs up if y'all can hear me. Ain't did this in a while, man. Got to get back in the groove of this thing. What's going on, man? Hit the like button and share. Let me get a thumbs up in the comment section if y'all can hear me. That's Bane. That's us talking to Bane in high school. Bet that up, Daryl. Bet it up, Bama Kane. That's us talking to Bane in high school. I don't know why I can't hear myself. There may be a problem soon. But that's us talking to Bane in high school. And it seems like it was just yesterday, right? It seemed like it was just yesterday. We sat down with the kid. He told us some stuff on camera that we had to take out. Just mentoring the kids and trying not helping them, you know what I'm saying, navigate the spaces and media and things of that nature. And now we may get to see him play one more time. Is over. They come. Yesterday was National Signing Day. The kids come, they do their thing, and they go. Now, whether we get to see them play one more time or two more times or in a national championship at Miami, you know what I'm saying, will determine on what happened this weekend in the college football playoff selection and will Miami be in or will Miami be out? We'll find that out. Shout out to the Villans. We'll find that out this weekend. But man, Bain, a homegrown kid from South Florida, Miami Central, watched him play for a long time, came to Miami. In the comment section, do you think we got the most out of Bain? Let me know in the comment section. Do you think we got the most out of Bain from the way his career started, and then to today? Do you think we got the most out of Bain? I kind of took it upon myself to kind of like cover him and Mesidor throughout the games this year, right? Like kind of put the camera on him a little more before the game, just getting a little more footage of him. Just knowing that, you know what I'm saying, that it may be coming to an end. Well, it will be coming to an end, and what he may be in the future, what Mesidor may be in the future, and kind of like branding them, like marketing the duo that we had this year, that I'm sure coaches had a hard time game planning for. You say absolutely. Shout out Smooth, absolutely. Oh, so Cal, I ain't gotta text y'all. Y'all already in here. Yeah, because we got the Villans. I'm gonna bring the Villans in here, man. We're gonna get the coaches some grades. We're gonna grade the coaches and some of the offensive players. We ain't trying to be in here all day. So I'll bring them in here and see if we can figure that out. Hope I can hear them when I bring them in here. But yeah, man, I mean, we have numerous, a lot of videos where we can go back to and we bounce back to and kind of reminisce like where they came from it's something we was doing and nobody was doing at the time. Nobody could really like kind of navigate that space and talk to the kids, because it's not as easy as interviewing kids as y'all think it is. Like if anybody's ever tried it, it's not easy, not the easiest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You got to kind of be quick and witty and know when to pick them up, know when to help them out. But we kind of bounce back to these videos sometimes to kind of remind people like what we've done in the space, like what we've meant in the space and what we stand for, where we came from. I know a lot of new fans. Sometimes people don't know who we are or why we're there, or sometimes people don't understand why we credentialed, why we get to be on the sideline. So we try to just remind them every now and then, or just show them. Like some people never saw these videos. YouTube is so massive now. Like you type in Bain, I'm sure you'll get some ESPN highlight sack or something like that. So we kind of regurgitate some of our, and we're gonna put this on Twitter this week. We kind of just regurgitate some of our old classic, call it classic interviews and stuff that we've done to kind of help people kind of understand who we are. I mean, the ones who jump on Twitter and think we just popped up. We're a charity case or something like that, like UM Make-A-Wish kids or something. That's why we get to run around on the sideline. No, we've done a little bit. We've done a little bit. Over 1 million followers, 100,000 across social media. We've done a little bit. That's the only way we would get to do the things that we get to do. So listen, as far as seeing Bane play again, right? As far as seeing Bane play again, how many times we get to see him play? Are we going to make the college football playoffs? Honestly, I believe we get in. And I've been talking to the members, the Villans, for a while. And we've kind of had one of my villains from the day one, Fred, who felt that we would. It was always being, if you listen to them very closely, it was always being set up for us, for them to flip us in Notre Dame. And he's been saying it since day one at the end. That if you listen to them closely, the things they're saying, kind of alludes to us being flipped at the end. If you go back to 2014 and go follow that story with TCU and Baylor and how that was done, it's kind of like the same thing here, like what was done here. If you go, just do a little research on that and about the college football rankings and how they kind of did it. And I'll tell you this. I've been telling the members this story for a while. Rankings, once we started doing rankings with Footballville, I started doing rankings a while back, right? And one thing I realized was that after putting out ranking after ranking is that the people at the top are going to be happy. The people that are not at the top are going to be pissed off. But what rankings did was generated traffic. That is the sole purpose. What rankings do is generate comments and they generate traffic. And I'm talking emotions. I'm talking all of that. And what ESPN has done is created a TV show based on rankings that probably shouldn't change as much. But in order for you to watch it week by week, there has to be some drama. It has to be some drama. It has to be. So us watching something that doesn't look right, which is Miami being behind Notre Dame, and Miami beat Notre Dame, we've came to the conclusion, the Villans, the members, that some of us, because we got some bets going on in there too. Mally for Heisman, man. Shout out to Chris. Came to the conclusion that, well, my philosophy is that in order for the show to be watchable every week, there has to be some storylines. If you already knew what the rankings was, why would you watch the last one? So sometimes what the people are thinking when they're watching something and what's actually going on in the boardroom when they're planning these shows, it's probably not the same thing. You guys thinking they're in there trying to get it right? And they're probably in there trying to get the show right, trying to get the drama right, trying to get, trying to figure out how we're going to get to our last ranking for it to be right. Because it's the only one that matters. But in the midst of all of that, I'm sure they make a lot of money off this show because of the conversation that it creates, the traffic that it creates, the emotions that it creates. Miami Hurricane just did a whole sit down. Michael Irvin sat down with the moms, with the moms from the team, and they're talking about getting into college football playoffs and probably other stuff, but how it affecting them. It's a huge deal. I mean, you had DeSantis going back and forth with somebody on Twitter. You had Trump and actually Trump didn't say anything about it, but he pulled Trump into it. Marco Rubio pulled Trump into it. And basically he spoke about it, you know what I'm saying, from DC about screwing Miami. So yes, it charges traffic. I'm sure the views on that show are out of this world. I'm sure the views on that show are out of this world, and that's the whole purpose of it. So personally, I think it's possible that they just flip it in the end, right? Like it's possible that they just flip it in the end. If they put Notre Dame by us, if BYU lose, Alabama win, and Notre Dame is sitting next to us, and they don't flip it, they just defied the odds of sports, and I think they just set sports back 10 years if they don't flip it. Because in any other sport, like head to head matters. Everything else is just a loser trying to state his claim. That's it. So listen, man, we're gonna get into these grades. I'm gonna pull these. I'm finna pull my Villans, but Villans is the membership, our membership. We got a membership of Discord with hundreds of members in there. And I'm gonna bring them in here, and we're gonna try to get some grades for these coaches. So let's see. Let's see. Might have to do some mic checks here shortly.
We can hear you in here. I know. I think it's working on YouTube. Hear you in here. Okay, there it is. We good. Yeah, there it is. We good. Yeah, I had my TV on, so you good. Yep, they muted up. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard I would say she can't hear you. I heard you. Yeah. Yeah, Smooth got the thumbs up. Ray say you good. That's my TV in the background you was hearing.
Are we listening to it on another platform or something? I'm lost.
Won't you put the stream up in here? The YouTube stream or whatever up in, you know how like you show the other videos in here?
Yeah,
Okay.
you asking for too much, bro.
I ain't never seen that before. I want to see it every night.
Yeah, you muted on YouTube. I see it now.
Yeah, you mean on YouTube.
Yeah, you muted on Yeah, because I can hear myself, but I can't hear you.
I don't think this gonna work this way. Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, you good now. Yeah, you good now.
I didn't think that could work that way. Give me a thumbs up if y'all can use. But I'm doubling up on somebody's speakers though.
That was me. I turned my
Okay.
TV on so I could.
Oh, so y'all can hear me now. So okay, so I could be live. So I didn't have to mute myself. Okay, all right. I got it. So y'all can hear me now. Okay, so good. So yeah, so the Villans, so the I can hear you all the way in Africa. So the Villans, what I was saying was the Villans is just a membership we created for Hurricane fans. And we got one Texas fan in there. I don't know why the fuck we let her in there, but she in there. And it's Villans, like short for Ville, Caneville, Footballville. Not we're not villains like we out here fighting crime or some shit. Like is Villans, VILLN. And if you want to become a member, 786-405-9499, or that's the link going across the bottom. And it's grown to be a pretty good community, man. Pretty good community, man. We have good conversations in there. We have guests in there sometimes. D Money has been in there. Luke comes in there. I don't know. We've had a few people in there. Najee Davenport was in there at one point in time. She must be a phenomenal woman. So am I clear? Somebody said I got an echo. Y'all hear echo?
No.
No? Okay. Anybody else hear echo? All right. If it ain't killing, let's ride.
They might. Maybe different. It may be different on the TV. Anybody on the TV?
Oh, that was Doob saying he could hear me all the way in Africa. All right, so we're gonna get into some of these greats for these coaches, and we're gonna try to do it just by us having a conversation like we usually have conversations, and see if that work. And then we'll get into a few offensive players, and then we'll save the rest for later. And I'm gonna keep track, and then we'll actually come out with a graphic or something, or the grades we're giving. These grades are the Villans grades. This is what we think, what they remember. You know what I'm saying? How they see it. We'll come up with like an average grade. Y'all in the comment section could give us y'all grade. We will come up with like an average grade, and then move on. This year, man, is the first time we've won 10 games and in a row, 10 games in a row, 20 years. And who knows how long? I don't know how long. Maybe it has to go back to 2000, 2001, which is an accomplishment. We're still waiting on the outside looking into the ACC, which is the weirdest conference in college football. When the year started, it appeared that we had a team that was arguably top 5 in the nation. We had a defense arguably could have been the best defense in the nation, and we had a quarterback that's a veteran guy, and we were rolling like for the first 5 games, and then y'all know what happened, and now we're sitting at 2 losses, and on the outside looking in, waiting to get in. So we're going to grade these coaches And I'm trying to recap the season so you won't just be grading off what you saw the last 4 games. You know what I'm saying? It's the entire season. Like, what do you think? So we're going to start off with Alex Miraball. KB, what grade would you give Alex? What grade would you give Alex Miraball?
Alex Miraball. I'm gonna go second. I'd like for Stir Fry to step up here and go first because he wants to talk about his favorite center. Fry, are you with me? Where you at, my boy?
Stir Fry, is he in here? No, he at work.
Yeah.
Stir Fry.
Oh yeah, you know. He might be at work. All right, Stir Fry. We'll wait till you go on your 15.
I'm on.
All right, there you go. Hey, Stir.
I would say a C.
A C? The greatest.
Elaborate.
The greatest offensive line in the country. Why you give him a C?
The center play all year. It wasn't up to par with the tackles and the guards. I don't know. I didn't see anything great. I heard left tackle gets beat. Speed rushes consistently. It was some teaching going on, so that's why he ain't got no D. So I say a C.
Woohoo! A C for Miraball. And I want y'all to know that the Miami Hurricanes in the interior for the last 3 years have got more 5 stars than any any school in college football in the interior. I mean, we focus really on offensive line. That's kind of where we put our money at. Defensive line, that's where we put our money at. C. Kyle, what you think? And then I go to the Villans, man, to see what they think.
I was gonna go a B, but now I look at what really Flaw just said. He's right. That's way too many penalties to overlook. Like for me, I told everybody the offensive line to a man isn't as good as it was last year. I went through that. It's not. It just wasn't. Forget how they played. Just to a man, we lost some talent, right? But we saw the old Cooper. He came back. Francis wasn't as good as last year, but he wasn't bad or anything like that. And penalties, center play was bad. I think Bell has improved. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a C plus, man. I think Stir Fry's right on the money.
A C plus. Villains, man. Anybody, Villains, anybody who want to chime in on this?
So I'm gonna go with B plus, and the reason why I'm gonna go with B plus is I thought that our pass blocking should have been that was an A, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the run blocking and the penalties took it down for me. So I give the run blocking around a C, and I give the penalties a D. It just hurt us, and the penalties came in big moments, especially in the wins. They came in big moments, so I'm gonna have to go with a B plus. But that the pass blocking, man, that they did amazing this year.
A B plus. Yeah, the pass blocking was pretty good, right? Carson was just antsy at the beginning of the season. Like, I don't know, he was seeing ghosts or some shit. Anybody else? Any other Villains, man? Anybody else want to give a grade? Smooth, what's up? I knew Smooth was coming. What's up, Smooth?
Nah. I'm gonna wait till you get to some other ones. I'm good on that.
You good on offensive line?
I know what line. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a C.
You a C King? See why you say C? Why you say C, King?
This, like, for me, the penalties and the what else? The center was killing it for me.
The center
was just kind of bad. Yeah.
He was bad. He wasn't bad at everything, right? Like when he got outside,
everything.
Yeah, in open field, he seen those. But it appeared that he could have used some weight room and muscle milk, like at times, right? He wasn't the strongest guy. No.
Yeah, he probably he probably gonna invest in a back brace or two after the season. Yeah, it was a little
back.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean,
like that, my boy.
So we're looking at C's. All right. So we're gonna put this in the AI, man, and AI gonna average all this stuff. Now, dude, all the way from Africa. I don't know what time it is in Africa. I think dude is 12 hours away, so it has to be 2:00 in the damn morning. Dude, like, ain't no coyotes out or no shit. Like, that's That's kind of racist, isn't it? All right, I take that back. Dude, what time is it in Africa, dog? Damn, I think I've been watching too much TV, huh? Dude say Miraball gets an A. Not his fault. Players were over anxious and jumping. Dude, you don't think that it's the coach's fault that the players are undisciplined? No, dude. It's 9:15. So that means he's about 7 hours apart. So dude said because the players want to be undisciplined and jump outside, you can't blame that on Miraball. He ain't teaching that. Anybody else agree with that?
And Street dude on Saturday, we on Friday. He a whole day at us.
Dude on Saturday. We on Friday.
Street, I kind of agree with it.
You do?
Yeah, because it's about the same core, and this same core didn't have that many penalties last year. So something with the coaches coaching them, right? It just this year they got more penalties than they got last year. So you got to blame that on the players. It's something in them that they kept getting themselves them penalties. That wasn't on the coaches.
Jimmy always say you either coaching it or you allowing it. So you coaching it and can't coach it out of them, or you're allowing it and they gonna continue to do it. That's your job as a coach to fix that. Because any other spot on this team would have been chewed up and chewed out 100 times over.
Well, my good
players would have been benched as well.
Well, my good brothers, can I interject real quick? I mean, outside of the penalties, that y'all want to put on the players, one thing I will say is, let's actually talk about the concepts and how our running game looked. When you want to talk about last year and this year, I mean, as far as the pulling, the splits, you know what I mean? Stir Fry put in the Discord the other day on the inside split zone play where we got the motion going to the same side that the tight end is actually supposed to be performing a kick out block on. So that concept doesn't even look right. So it's kind of what you spoke to earlier when you said that you had talked to somebody you knew and they said that, they're trying to mix match the offense. And I think that's where it kind of, reared its ugly head and had its most impact is on the offensive line. So I'm with everybody else. It does deserve a C.
Street, you're gonna have to. I don't think I got admin powers on. I can't see my admin powers, but you're gonna have to catch the spam that's in the chat. I've seen that name a bunch of places, and they're gonna keep doing it. So you're gonna have to kick it out or block it or whatever.
Do we get him anything? Cause they did improve. That's one thing. The false starts that did improve, and the running game did improve later.
Well, you had all summer to make sure that didn't happen. I don't think you can start from 0 and get to 7, and then not when you shouldn't be starting from 0. That's kind of tough to give you props for doing something you should have been doing in the first place. They were very undisciplined, and that's his group. If you was in the military and your group kept shooting off first before ain't nobody gonna sit there and say, well, that's on the shoot. Nah, man, shit, you in trouble. You about to lose rank or something.
Right. So Miraball, okay, we'll get an average on that. I put that in AI. Let AI average that. Kevin Beard, let's go. Kevin Beard. Who want to go? Who want to go first on Kevin Beard? Just unmute your mic, talk.
I got that. Unless one of the villains want to jump me, I got that one.
Go ahead, KB. I'm going right after you. Go ahead, KB.
You know I'm finna give my boy let's see what we're gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a cool. Mute your mic.
I'm ready.
I'll give him a B plus.
A B plus.
I'm ready.
Coop said he ready. Coop wanna mute your mic till it's time for you to talk. I'm watching X-Men.
Got him.
He said that Coop want to give a comment. He want to give a comment, I think.
Oh, you want to give a comment? My bad, Coop. My bad,
so.
Coop.
Yeah,
I'll let Coop go.
So let him go after.
All right. Now I'm gonna give it a I think I'm gonna give it a B plus. I mean, actually, I'm gonna just give it an A. Fuck it. Mally is outstanding. There ain't much you can say about Mally. We got two freshmen playing this year, playing some pivotal roles. Mally and Josh Moore.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I kind of never like counting the transfers when it comes to KB. The kids he usually has for a whole spring and all that kind of stuff. They usually come out. They do well. I know Keelan Marion is starting to catch on as the year goes by. CJ, I think, was a nice surprise early on. So yeah, I'm gonna give him an A.
Who else? Anybody else? So you give him an A? Okay, I had B plus. All right, an A. So anybody else?
I'm gonna give him a D.
A what?
I said I'm gonna give him a D.
A B?
Lex Trolling.
He said a D?
Nah.
That
Okay,
means
I'm gonna give him a B plus.
Let him explain your D. Explain your D.
Once again, no rotations with receivers. Once again, no rotations with receivers this year. So therefore, either he's not preparing them to play in these games, get them ready to play. That's too many receivers that we're not counting on, right? For my liking. So therefore, I'm just giving them a D.
So you think more receivers? You think more receivers should have played earlier in the season?
Like throughout the year, you know, your JoJo's, your Nikars, your Tyler Johnson, you know, and the rotations I ain't like.
Okay, so listen, hey, we're gonna put these grades out, right? And we're gonna let everybody say how they feel and their reasoning for their grades. So somebody said a B plus. Who said B plus? Somebody else said who that was?
That was Coop. Go ahead, Coop.
So somebody said B plus. Who said B plus?
That's me. That's Coop. Me. I said B plus.
Turn your TV down, Coop.
Okay, I say I can hear myself. The pros, I think he's doing better. Yeah, I think the pros is that I think he's getting better at developing the receivers. I think that we did see improvement, especially anytime you have a true freshman that makes the impact that Mally made. Yeah. I think that looks good on the coach, and I think the other younger guys are getting better, and I think we got a bright future at receiver. So I just give him a B plus. The only problem I have is like the last person said. I think he should rotate a little bit more, so we can be more of a problem for defenses. But other than that, man, I think KB did good this year, man. I give him a B plus.
Anybody else?
Smooth had one.
Smooth, what up?
I would give. I'm a side with KB. I got to give him an A, simply with the fact Keelan Marion wasn't really a receiver at BYU, right? He was kind of like a gadget player. But if you look at his route running, his release off the line, like his ability to create separation, like nobody really labeled him as a receiver coming to us. So for me, I think that stick out more than anything.
What grade that was? A B?
A. I'm gonna give him an A.
A?
I give KB an A.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
I give him an A plus.
Okay, talk to me.
I give him an A plus on strengthly on his resume. He gonna go down to having one of the freshmen to have one of the best seasons that we could ever look at, and he put that freshman on the field.
Mm-hmm.
He molded that freshman.
Mm-hmm.
So off of that strength and what these freshmen do, off of Malachi Loney, it turned him from an A to an A+ to me.
That's what's up. So listen, we're talking about that freshman, Malachi Tony. Malachi Tony, I covered since he was 8 years old. I remember the first time I saw him win a damn 7U game in the rain on a Tuesday night versus the Ravens. I don't think y'all realize the impact that Malachi Tony had. Did all the research last year with Jeremiah Smith trying to figure out true freshmen and how he stacked up against the other true freshmen in the country, right? And what I found last year with Jeremiah Smith is that there was no other true freshman that had the year he had other than Rondale Moore and Sammy Watkins came close. So this year we get a Malachi Tony who goes crazy. He's throwing passes. He's running the ball. He's serving pizza. He's parking people before the game in the parking lot. I didn't have to do much research to know that Malachi had one of the greatest true freshman years in college football as a freshman, a true freshman. I didn't have to do much, and it's not over yet. I didn't have to do much research because I had already did it. Malachi in all-purpose yards land at like number 4, number 5 ever in college football. He probably the greatest freshman, one of the greatest freshmen we've ever saw at University of Miami. Like none of our great receivers ever had a freshman year like this. Kevin Beard gets to write that on his resume for the rest of his life. Y'all see where I'm going with this? That's how coaching works.
You also got to put in the fact, we talk about, guys playing that are ready. Like Lex feels that because we didn't rotate more, they weren't ready. But the truth be told is, we got 3 freshmen that are ready. Like you're not on the field if the coaches don't trust you, right? Malachi is the obvious. Josh Moore played against Notre Dame. Last 2 games, our offense has opened up the most. Not that he's done anything, but Dylan Upshaw has started the last 2 games.
Yeah.
3 freshmen ready to get out there and play this year. So I gotta tip my cap to that.
No. I mean it's and I don't know, bro. Arguably he has top 3 most exciting player. I mean, there's some receivers out there that has more catches and more yards. You know what I'm saying? On some of these teams, I've looked them up. But he's the only freshman in the top 10. I think he's in the top 10, the top 12 of receivers. He's the only freshman. The only one. There's not even many sophomores. I mean, so yeah. So Kevin Beard, so he got an A plus, B plus, and he got a D. I think Lex dinging him for last year because Lex realized the impact that it had on this year. So I think Lex still dinging him for last year.
Lex still dinging him because he didn't bring in a 5-star in the offseason. That's why Lex dinging him.
Vernell Brown. If we would have got Vernell Brown, Lex would have been straight.
Or Tristan Keys.
Okay, no, we're not gonna go defense already. We'll do a few more offense because this will take forever if we do everybody. Matt Merritt, running backs coach. Let's go. We're gonna speed this up a little.
Can I go?
Go ahead. Go.
Can I go?
No. Somebody already asked about that one. We're gonna let Bird touch that one first.
And then you can have
running back expert. Then DeLacy, you got it.
Matt Merritt, running back coach. In the comment section, y'all could give us y'all grades too.
Right, man. Y'all ready? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is gonna be our first failing grade. He gets an F from me.
Woo!
Simply because we've seen our running backs not progress. I mean, if you look at it, I would say, you know, Fletcher, he looked good this year, but I would say that he had a little more burst and actually looked better last year. Some of that could be due to the offensive line play that we mentioned earlier, but it's also got to do with our running backs. Again, the offensive line play hasn't been that great, but when you're running a zone scheme, it isn't designed to just hit one specific area. It's designed to hit multiple areas, and our running backs have yet to see that cutback. That is most of the time that backside A gap, and we're now season's over with, and we never once seen them hit the backside A gap. So for that right there on the coaching and progression part, I got to give them an F, because our group, I think, took a step back this year.
The Lance. Hey.
You know, Street, the reason why I give him an F is because he made the running back room robotic.
Damn.
Right?
That's 2 Fs.
All the running backs cut to the stayed in that A-hole are up the middle. Even if the play was outside, they cut back. I just feel like he made it too robotic.
So you say F. Yeah, it's 2 Fs. Oh boy, it's gonna be hard to overcome.
Yeah, I say F,
Hey,
man.
I'm gonna go with a D, man.
A D?
I'm gonna go with a D.
Woo!
Nah, D as in Delta.
Okay.
It's not as bad as we think it is, but it's definitely not as good as last year's was. For the fact that you had a lot of the backs, it seemed like they're not reading the holes as much. And like someone mentioned earlier, it's either you coaching it or you allowing it. So even though the O-line, the center, was good as he once was, or our previous centers, the running backs this year don't seem to, I don't know if it's their patience or they're not reading the holes, but we definitely not getting the amount of guys. I mean, of course, we had a lot of hurt running backs throughout the year, but, you know, I won't give him an F, but he definitely is a D.
Oh, this is all bad. Anybody feel good about Thunder and Thunder? Anybody else?
Sweet.
Huh?
That's a tough one. Anybody else got it?
I was gonna say injury. Couldn't see no lightning. We wouldn't even see no lightning this year if Fletcher didn't get hurt. So yeah, it's an F for me as well.
Woo! Man, just added another F. In the comment section,
I give him a D plus.
A what?
D plus.
D plus.
I'm not too hard on him, and the only reason why, because the upside with him, he did rotate his backs. He did get a lot of them back. You could literally say each one of them backs was ready to play every game. So he did have them ready. Maybe they look robotic. I'm with that. Maybe we did do Thunder and Thunder. But when it was time for Pringle to get in the game, when it was time for them young boys to get in, he still had them ready. So I give him a D plus.
Yeah, I think that's a good explanation. That'll keep me from giving him an F. I give him a D. Some of the grades I am gonna kind of merge into what they've done since they've been here. So I've seen Merritt be, whatever. These guys, they still, they pick up blocks well. So I gotta give them, the credit for that. Guys are ready to go. Gotta give them credit for that. But yeah, like the naturalness of these running backs has been taken away in some form or fashion. The crutch I will give him, these tight line splits, stupid run plays, and predictable calling does not help his running back room. But yeah, it's not a passing grade.
Ooh.
I give him that D.
This is Matt Merritt first year or second?
Second year.
Okay, so last year, so we just had a down year this year, huh? Oh, I don't think I got to average this out. It's pretty bad.
He's taking some juice out of these boys.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Nah, he's taking some juice. He's taking some juice out of these guys. It might not be him all alone. All we can do is go by, what we see, man. I don't. Again, just like KB, I can't necessarily blame him for the rotations because we don't know how that goes. Like, for instance, last year he made a suggestion about putting a running back in, and it happened. That he just actually did it. He had to make a suggestion to the head coach, so we don't know, about the rotation part. So,
that went bad.
Real quick, KB, you right. I ain't being a little too harsh. I'll give him a F+ because he is a hell of a motivational speaker. I give him that.
Man, what is going on, man?
Yeah, that was tough. I wasn't expecting that, bro.
What's going on, man?
Oh, you've been saying this since Notre Dame.
F+.
I mean, I just wasn't expecting everybody to come up with these F. I don't know why. I just didn't think about it. I guess I know who is getting the F, but I wasn't expecting that.
No, this caught me off guard because the emergence of freshman Pringle. But I did have questions early in the season, man, that I brought to the Villans. And I'll let everybody in. So I used to always fear being Michigan, right? Like, I didn't want our offense to be a run first, run heavy offense like Michigan. And so I went to go check Michigan out earlier this season. And what I saw was like 3 50-yard touchdown runs. And then I was confused because now I was furious, right? And the members, the Villans don't heard this because we had a knocked out, drag out conversations about this. I came back to the Villans and I was like, hey, I just went to go watch Michigan play, and we don't look like that. I thought Michigan was boring. If Michigan is boring, we must be watching paint dry or some shit. Like we just sitting in the forest, like you know what I'm saying, waiting for a deer to walk by. And I was wondering why their running game was so explosive, and we were running. I called it thunder and thunder, not thunder and lightning. I would have loved to have Fletcher and Pringle. But we choose to run Fletcher, and then we elevated Chaw Brown to starter, and we ran Chaw Brown. And it was like running two big guys. It was like 10-yard fight or something. We was playing, and I think we became so predictable. Louisville was just like, hey, fuck it. We're going to just – I don't think they trust Carson. We just going to load the box, and stopped us from running the ball, right? And forced us to throw the ball. But I didn't understand like why we were choosing to be not explosive. It's almost as if we were just playing to put the game in the defense hands and let's try to sneak up out of here instead of punching people in the mouth.
Hey, the Villans, to piggyback off what you're saying, right?
Go 1 second. The Villans came to me. The Villans came to me and said, hey, listen, Chaw Brown is 205 pounds, and Mark Fletcher is 215 pounds. Pringle is 185 pounds on Thanksgiving with bricks in his pocket. He can't pass block. He maybe can't take the beating. And I was like, bullshit. And this was before Pringle ever got in and got a carry. I was just like, bullshit. No, Pringle and Hellcat, they can play football. They're running backs from South Florida. If you're going to ask them to block, they're going to try to block. They can play football. We're not playing them. And then the truth eventually came out. Go ahead, bro. Who does want to say something?
That was me. Hey, so what I was saying was that kind of piggybacks off of the piggyback of what you're saying is I think that we should give more points towards KB then, because the fact that some of the runs that we have had, the wide receivers have played a huge part in that. You know what I'm saying? Like those wide receivers were blocking, right? Mm-hmm. So that means that, I don't know, like I said, it's either you coaching it or you allowing it. I don't know if they're not reading the holes, if we just doing what it is, 22 dive or 8 dive or whatever it is. But we're potentially seeing that the running backs are not explosive like they once were. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure the O-line plays a part in that. But still, you have it just don't look the same. And I know Rodriguez wasn't the reason that last year's running game was what it was by himself. So I'm still right with my D.
I thought you were finna help him out a little bit, but I don't think he could come out this average. He been skipping school and fucking smoking weed in the dugout. Nah, he's this is an F for this year, but he did a superb job last year. No, this old F. Villans has spoken. Will Harris, safeties coach.
Hey, you ain't finished the offense, Street. I finished the offense side. And we'll say these for another time.
You want to do Dawson?
What about the quarterback coach?
The quarterback coach?
He want to do the tight end coach.
Huh?
He want the tight end coach.
No, we don't have a quarterback coach.
Man.
That's an NA.
Quarterback coach.
KB want the tight end coach, man.
The tight end coach.
Quarterback coach.
Yeah, that's
who left on the offense you want to do, KB?
Right now, the tight end coach. We still going.
Cody Woodiel.
0.
Cody Woodiel, tight ends coach. Go ahead, KB.
I told y'all before, evaluation from what you've done. He's getting the goddamn F. I gave him an F his first year. Then gave him an A last year. You're getting another F this year. This year looked like your first year.
F. Why you getting a man an F?
But like you gotta make something out of what you have. It ain't like KB got a room full of 5-star. He got some talent, some great kids, and Malley clearly was underrated and all that kind of stuff, but he making it do what it do. Some same thing with some of these other spots or whatever, bro. But I understand Lofton, might be hurt. I expect good play from him. Of course, that's on the player and the coach or whatever. And what's his name? Bauman. Like, bro, it's not all there. No disrespect to the kid or whatever, but it's not all there. Like, your tight end room is very underwhelming. I understand he had a couple of pops, the other game or whatever, but it's not like we got a superb blocker, superb route runner, superb, you know what I'm saying? And I can understand there's maybe come with talent and all that kind of stuff, but your room is very underwhelming, dog. And that's 3 years. 2 of your 3 years, your room has been extremely underwhelming. Oh, you ain't giving you no D, you getting an F, brother.
Anybody else want to say the tight ends coach? Because it's starting off bad for him too.
KB, what made you give him an A last year?
Oh shit!
Oh man, I tight it, bro. We was 4 deep at tight end last year.
Second round draft.
4 deep at tight end last year.
Yeah. I forgot. My bad.
Because of Cam McCormick.
Yeah, so are the tight ends being used different this year though? That's why I don't want to give them an F, because maybe it seems like the tight ends are staying there and blocking more. Does that fall back on the O-line that because of the splits that we're running, they need a little more assistance, or because it didn't seem like until like the second half of the year that we even started targeting the tight ends?
Well, I mean, we got a decent amount of games where tight ends are coming up missing, either through drops or just even blame. What loss was that? The Louisville loss? We was able to even blame that loss on the tight end. At least Carson did. But even when the tight end stand in the block, they're not doing a very good job of it. You know what I'm saying? So whether you want to use that, you know what I'm saying? Okay, they stand in the block. How good are they blocking? Yeah, that's not looking too good. But we're watching these guys. I hate it, but we're watching Bauman being split wide, empty backfields and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't make sense to me. But all right, get busy. He got busy last game for sure, 100%. But bro, you got to get busy out there. We're gonna do that with you. So we've seen you out there enough in passing plays, and Lofton. I know he's probably dealing with some injuries, but regression is regression, and it's there right now. You know what I'm saying? I hope he bounced back because I think he's a monster. But that tight end room, they've been asked to do everything, both block and catch passes, and it hasn't been at a high level for me.
What was the game? It was against Louisville, I think it was, where Bauman looks like he was running around in circles out there. Was that against Louisville? And I'm like, why is he out here if he's running around in circles?
Was it? I think it was earlier. I think it was earlier in the season. I think it was earlier.
I saw that in 2 games.
I'm like, what? I'm just trying to figure out how are you playing him, and he's out there running around in circles, clearly not knowing what he's doing.
But then he wasn't he blocking one time and Carson threw him a pass like he was down the field blocking, and the pass came away.
Bro, I don't see him blocking nobody, man. He was out there in space.
Any other grades? How many grades we got? That's any other grades other than the F?
Nah, give him a D too. A D.
A D?
Yeah, that'll average out to an F.
Anybody else got something to say about the tight ends?
Man, he get a D for me. Just horrible all over the tight end play. Blocking wasn't good. It was just bad.
Lofton showed up at the end of the season, right? I mean, Bowman just got opportunity. We talk about that word a lot. Like Bowman had a lot of opportunity out there. One of those transfer kids, right? I think at Tulane he was the man. When I spoke to my boy Carson, he was the guy. He was the dude at Tulane. Caught a few passes here lately. But that's a F, a D, and a D. It's pretty bad. Okay. So now, anybody? So Will Harris, safeties coach.
A. A plus. A plus. A plus.
A.
This is when we're about to go on an A plus run here. Defense.
Yeah.
Is he the safeties or the corners coach?
Will Harris is the safeties coach.
He's safety coach.
A plus.
I got one word for y'all. Fitzgerald and Thomas.
A plus.
Not one word, bro.
DeLacy, that was 18 words, bro.
Right. Just to get some pointers, just like the ID complimentary safety play with Poyser and Thomas. I mean, they both play off each other well, and then to interject Fitzgerald and bring him along, who came here in the summer and got him on the accelerated fast track pace, I think is phenomenal. Their keys is tight. The way they come downhill, play downhill, they run the alley perfect, never out of alignment. Like they understand how to adjust when we're doing the rock and rolls. Like it's crazy. So I got to give them an A plus.
A plus ain't good enough. I'm gonna give him a 10.
10.
Hey, did you see Street? Did you see Street that one he put on the quarterback? The quarterback didn't even think about running no more.
Poison?
Number 7 put that hit on him.
Yeah, Poyser. I'm surprised Poyser didn't get a target in all year. Poyser was smacking people the whole year, bro.
Whole year.
I ain't know you could play football.
I can't give him an A plus.
Talk to me.
A plus.
Go ahead. Who said you can't give him an A plus?
A though, Street.
Okay, why just the A? Why just the A? Let's explain why you can't give him an A plus.
I think we had some key moments in coverage where the safeties kind of blew it. That's all.
The one is what, early in the season against oh no, that was last year.
Louisville. Louisville was tough, boy.
You think that was on the safety?
Decent tackles, bad angles. Louisville, oh yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna give them a B because there's still room to improve. Now, we look way better than last year. But at the same time, I think that our talent that we brought in the portal increased that room 1,000%. Like Thomas. I remember when they were first bringing in Thomas, people were questioning, like, I don't know about this cat. Man, this dude done came out and become, man, he got there looking like some of them early 2000 safeties. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to give him a B just for the fact that there's still room to improve. There has been some miscommunication, a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. You still got, you got some injuries. You got to give Fitzgerald coming in the summer, getting 4 picks on a year. That's amazing for a freshman. We talk about Malachi. People don't give Fitzgerald enough of credit too.
You don't.
For him to be a freshman coming in and being a field hawk the way that he is, I mean, so I'm gonna give him a B.
Ray Rob, say that again. They compared to last year. We'll say that one more time.
No,
they're way better. You say they're way better.
Let me tell you, no, because of the fact that those cats that we had last, I don't think the level of talent that we have at safety now is at such a different level, man. These dudes came in ready, body ready, learning how to like you said, come down the alley. Man, hey, that hit that what the name number 7 put on that quarterback, man, and even Thomas be thumping people too. So these cats are way another level. They're another level of safety, and you can tell that IQ is. I won't say it's up there with Cam and Williams, but they work the field. They know how to work in between the hash.
Hey, both safeties all
Is
ACC.
Is he responsible for the nickel as well?
No, we got a Nichols quarter. We got a Nichols
think
coach.
we got a Nichols coach.
Yeah, we got a Nichols coach. So no, he's not responsible for that.
I mean,
just to add on a little bit, like I know Poison doesn't have the interceptions and all of that, but what he does to defer the ball to make quarterbacks make different reads and stuff, I think is even more phenomenal. And what Will Harris has implemented, in our back end.
No, go ahead. I was just gonna add this move in the run game support. He's been amazing, man. That you can see the coaching.
I'll give him an A. I saw some mistakes out there too, but the reason he gets an A is simply because I probably would have given him a B, but putting him over the edge is just Kobe Thomas coming in and knowing how to do that Ray Lewis dance and actually doing it. So he's gonna get that A from me. Just coming in and knowing the history and being a historian. But how to did it on your own, but I'm gonna give that props to the coach, man.
Dude, okay, so I asked this question. The way our safeties look this year, right? How much do you credit the kids, or how much do you credit Heatherman's defense? It seemed as if everybody played faster. Everybody played knew their assignments. And people play at max speed. Like how do you gauge that? It's like, if we take our safeties from last year and put them in this defense, do they look different? That's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely.
No. I will say this because there's instinctive plays you have to make at safety, and we just didn't have our 2 starting safeties were not safeties. So I don't know about that.
I mean, I think they have to put a lot of that weight on Heatherman too, though, because the way that he came in, and now mind you, I DC last year, if I'm correct, wasn't he a secondary coach anyway?
He was a safeties coach.
Safeties coach. Hey, that tell you everything you need to know. So for Heatherman to come in and be a linebackers coach, but have the safeties playing the way that they're playing, and them being able to, like I said earlier, read the hash, read the field, man, that's. I mean, I know we're not talking about Heatherman, but Heatherman would be my first A. But I think his defense came in and did excellent.
I'll give him his props, and you're right. I think a lot of it has to do with Heatherman. Like what we heard when Heatherman came in, he's a teacher. So he probably simplified the game a lot for these guys, right? I think the difference is Guidry's a safeties coach, right? And you saw when he had safeties what he was able to do with Cam and James. So it's just like if I'm Jason Kidd, I'm on this staff to teach the point guards, but you send me goddamn Manute Bowl, I can't make him a point guard. And the reason I say it, I know it sounds crazy, but the reason I say it is simply because a point guard is equivalent to safety, equivalent to running back. You have to have I can teach you some things on the floor, but you got to have that uncanny ability. You got to have that, you have to have a thought process like a point guard. So like safety and running back is one of those positions where, hey, if you dumb, it's gonna be a little struggle for you back there. You have guys that didn't know how to do it, but yeah, these guys they get a whole lot of props for it. I do think that personnel different. I I'll say this. I don't think the defense would be as good if we had those same two safeties. Them as individuals will probably play better, a little better, but I don't think the defense would be as good with those two guys.
I think a characteristic of great defense is your up the middle strength, right? So that would be your tackles, your inside linebackers, and your safeties. And I think that, you know, the way the safeties were able to play like they were playing, that means this up the middle defense was playing at a much higher level than it was last year.
So can we say that the safeties were put in a better position though, or they were schemed better this year with this defense? Because I'm not saying the Cats last year were trash, but you know, these dudes this year, man, yeah, they probably have more talent, but they were still put in better positions, and they understood the defense way better.
Right. Coaching.
Though it seemed.
Yeah. Bryce Fitzgerald, he was playing follow the ball safety or some shit. Like he was able to roam and find the ball. I think only because he knows where he's supposed to be, which allows him flexibility to roam a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. Heatherman, I heard Heatherman has a 1-year-old or 2-year-old, but doesn't leave the facility. And anytime you can tap him on the shoulder and say, hey, let's sit down and watch film, and he'll do it with you. He is a good teacher. I think his background is teaching. And yeah, I think it all worked together. Now we're going to give Zach Etheridge, who's the defensive back coach, defensive pass game coordinator, we're going to give him the cornerbacks. All right. Let's see.
You got to give him a B too, man. Hey, listen. Anytime you play a game and you don't hear about the cornerbacks, that means they're doing good. How many times you heard them talk about our cornerbacks?
Yeah, B+. I got to go with a B+.
Yeah, that's real.
At all. I mean, y'all talk about OJ every now and then, but other than that, no, not at all. You're right. So what's a grade? You say a B?
Yeah, B+.
Oh, and back on Will Harris, Rashad.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Go ahead.
You got it, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Rashad chimed in on Will Harris and said A also. Rashad said he can't talk here, but he said an A on Will Harris. What you was gonna say about Zach Etheridge?
No, I was saying the same thing. Like, you know, we got our corners out there, and we don't hear no talk about the corners this year. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. And that, to me, that means that they're out there doing their job. You know, we're actually doing one thing that we didn't do last year total. That's D-line and the secondary. We setting edges. How many times last year we was allowing people to get on the outside of us that no edges was set? So the corners are setting the edges, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them a B.
I got a question for y'all with the cornerbacks. We may have four pro cornerbacks, right? Have you ever seen a team play their cornerbacks the way we did this year? We would start two, then we would start the other two. Snaps were kind of divvied up almost kind of equally. I think Lucas would eventually end up with the most snaps. But have you ever seen cornerbacks play like that? And any why do y'all think they were playing them like that?
It's a lot of depth. It's a lot of depth in that room. Different skill sets.
I haven't seen that before. Like as deep as we've been at corner in some of our other teams, like that 2017, that shit was deep at corner. It was like 5 deep at corner. Still had a pecking order. You know, the same guy started, and you know, Bandy and what's his name, Malik would come in because they were the freshmen, but they would come in them dime and those nickel packages and stuff. But the pecking order was the pecking order. So no, this was something different.
Was y'all cool with it being the way it was, or did y'all want at some point for us to have 2 legitimate starters and the other 2 rotate or however? Or y'all was cool with them just rotating all 4?
I think it's a good approach to NIL,
cool
like this era NIL, to where players are jumping league because they ain't getting no playing time.
Facts.
Like, I think this is a better, to me, I feel like it's a better approach than trying to hire players versus you actually rotate these guys in, saying, hey, you getting burned, you getting film out there. If you just stick with it, like you gonna end up getting drafted kind of deal.
Do you think that can also hurt or go against us? Because I don't think it will, but say a guy like O'Connor. We saw what O'Connor did. Maybe just throwing the team out there, Michigan would say, well, we saw what you did in a limited role. We'll pay you such and such more than Miami for you to be our number one corner.
I mean, it's gonna happen either way it go.
Yeah.
That's the game we in. I'm with Chris a little bit. Like, to me, it's a locker room thing. As long as the players are good with it, I'm good with it. If they're not good with it, then I'm not good with it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I like what he did. I don't think we lose nobody to the portal.
Hey, how many interceptions did we get from our cornerbacks?
Not a lot.
Not a lot,
like
right?
3.
Xavier
2.
Lucas, Keontae Scott had 1.
I think Lucas got
had
2.
5.
We counting Scott as a corner?
Oh
yeah, he a corner.
A nickelback.
A nickel. What you count him as? Like a strong safety? I'm not sure. Looking at his stat line, I'm not sure what position he played.
That nigga safety, dog.
He a corner. He might can play safety, but he wasn't playing safety. We know who our safety was. He was in the nickel.
We talk about coaches and they make a lot of money, and we always think that that they always know what they're talking about, or they always doing what's best for the team. Keontae Scott went to Auburn for 3 years. He had pretty productive seasons. Ended up at Houston, and I think we got him from Houston, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think he was at Houston when we got him. He was with Coach Etheridge, I think. He was following one of them.
Yeah, I don't think he ever played.
Right.
I think he transferred in and then left right back out.
Right. How good he was. Why was he moving around in the first place, right? 44 tackles, a forced fumble, 3 sacks, and an interception. You got to ask yourself, like, how does a kid like this even get out of Auburn? Like, what are they watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, or sometimes I think kids land in the place at the right time with the right coach. Cause Keontae Scott looked like Thomas, and Thomas looked like Poyser. Like they all look like they knew what their assignment was.
So for the ones who's been watching Keontae, does he look better at Miami than he did at Auburn?
He had some production at Auburn.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was.
I just didn't know him like that, but he played.
He had some production at Auburn. His first year,
he looked like an NFL player with us though.
His first year, he had 53 tackles. I think what happened at Auburn is they took him from the outside and put him inside, or vice versa. Took him from the inside and put him outside. Changed his position, and that's when I think it went bad in 2024.
Yeah, they did what the old Miami coaching style would have did. Dummies.
So Zach Etridge sitting at a B. Jason Taylor.
Hey, let me tell you this. I've been negative on Jason Taylor for 2 years now. I've been giving him Fs. I gotta give him a B plus this year because we haven't gotten nothing. Everybody want to talk about this gold jacket, but the DM play has been atrocious the last couple years. So I'll give him a B plus this year. He's earned his gold jacket for me.
That atrocious, bro. Damn, smooth.
Yeah, it's been atrocious. It's been atrocious.
The D's.
Because for me it's like I understand, like I'm not a big fan of dropping DNs out in coverage, but when you do it, know how to do it, identify when to do it, and coach the proper depth. And since we were doing it, and we did have that disguise in our defense, we still do it to this day. You look at the proper depth now. You look at the ability and when we do it, and identifying when to do it, and then not lining them up on a goddamn running back 1-on-1. You know what I mean? So like maybe that was a little bit of injury. Maybe that was, I don't know who it was, but now we look way more efficient. We understand the depth. We're not getting 1-on-1 man coverage with a DN with a running back. You know what I mean? We have oversight, over coverage. So for me, and then there's depression and creating a total chaos off the edge. So yeah, I gotta give him a B+. Other than that, I would give him a D like last year, D or F like last year.
Anybody else?
They get to B+.
Wait a minute, you would have gave him a D last year when the first 3 games of the season y'all said that Tyler Barron was better than. Anyway, let's move on. Who got another grade? Who got another grade?
Tyler Barron was hot.
Barron was Tyler Barron. They said was best thing since motherfucking Ray Lewis walked through this bitch, boy.
KB, you always bringing up old shit, dog.
Right? That's what I do.
That boy was fire.
I give him a I give Jason Taylor a solid A, man. I wouldn't say an A+, but I give him a solid A. And it's not just him. It's a little bit of Damian Lewis too. I think them two pairing together, they give Bolton the best goddamn he done ever had since he been at UM.
Mm-hmm.
You got Blunt playing like the way he played all year was solid. He played inside, outside. Messer played inside, outside. Bain even inside, out. Like the combination of those two guys together, man, you got to give them a solid A, dog.
Good. Anybody else?
Give them a solid A.
I think that's an A for everybody. I would assume.
Nah, I'm at like a B. At like a B.
Talk to me.
Nah, I'm gonna roll with a B also.
It's just sometimes in passing situations, man, we don't do that great in the rushing lanes. That shit got frustrating.
Explain to the people don't understand football talk. Explain to the people don't understand what you're saying.
I mean, if you playing a mobile quarterback, you can't press inside on fucking 3rd and 6 yards. You know what I'm saying? With no linebacker in the box to help.
Damn, he's still talking. He's still talking in football language.
Damn, that wasn't plenty.
No, there's some people in here probably don't understand like what you're saying. Basically, you're saying the discipline, like kind of like what Florida State quarterback was doing to us.
Right.
Yeah.
But what you saw Jennings doing to us on a hurt foot.
Right. Kind of right.
You need Angry Josh to explain that. You need Angry Josh because he used 4-letter words. You need Angry Josh to break it down for everybody.
So you got a B. No, right. It seemed as if they figured something out about getting outside. Like Jennings after halftime just started fucking sprinting, rolling out, and was able to break contain. And Chase Smith had to chase him from side to sideline to try to tackle him. So yeah, that equals about a B. Damian Lewis, defensive line coach.
Fry, you want that one?
A, you can get A, man.
A+, because everybody like to say what happened in Colorado with man. A.
Who stood out? Who stood out for you?
Available to him in that room.
Say it again.
I said, especially considering what he got available to him in that room.
Absolutely.
If you take away Bain and Mesidor, right? Who else y'all want to talk about? Who else he did a good job with? Like who else kind of like
Moten went crazy.
Yeah, so let's just look at D. Lou as the interior, right? Which is
that's what I'm thinking, right?
Blade, Scott. JT is the edge guys. Let's just look at Scott, Moten, who has been a monster. Scott, Moten, and Freeman. Is that the kid name?
Freeman.
I think about Dante Simpson.
Dante Simpson.
Yeah.
Dante Simpson. Let's look at just those four.
Nah, Smooth. You can't leave out Blunt. You can't leave out Blunt.
And Blunt,
He played a lot
Oh yeah,
interior
Blunt. Yeah,
too, so
Blunt.
we
And
can't.
you know
Oh
what?
yeah, yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
I forgot about Blunt because I like Blunt on the edge. So yeah, but let's throw Blunt in there too as well. All dogs.
Yeah.
I mean, Moulton became such a better player, bro. Like, it seems as if whatever tool Lewis was using with him, he grabs to it fast, man. This dude has become such more of a disruption in the middle, man.
Yeah, he unlocked
I'm
it. He
still
unlocked
gonna
it.
mean, so, and to be honest with you, so much so that if I'm him, I don't know. I might look at my draft grade, even though he got another year. I might even look at my draft grade because I mean, I don't know if there's too many other D tackles that had more sacks than him on the season.
He had 4.5,
Also,
23 tackles.
Yeah. And also them as a unit, our ability to create a new line of scrimmage every snap of the play has been consistent from game 1 to now.
Yeah,
I want to say this, and that's not to take away from Damian Lewis, but I think what we saw was some type of natural progression. Don't get me wrong, he made a jump, right? But I think last year you might not have saw you would have saw it coming clearer had our dumbasses played him in the middle last year and just left him there instead of putting Mesidor in there doing all the dumbass stunting and all that kind of shit. Same thing with Scott. If you would have played fatter last year, you would have seen these guys and said, "Oh, okay, next year I know what we gonna have." But make no mistake about it, Lewis coming over and what they've done with him, like he's turned into a goddamn monster.
I agree with you, KB. I wasn't going to say it. I didn't want to come up like I was trying to be negative, but I always saw something in Moulton. I think he just needed to really get on the field and showcase himself. And he would have been a defensive coordinator, but I think Moulton has always been pretty good.
Yeah, but we thought he was going to be what he was this year, multiple years.
Right. I know it takes time in them trenches. I wouldn't say multiple years, maybe last year, but in the trenches, it take a little minute.
So like you say, Bro, if we all seen it, then we knew the right coaches should have unlocked it.
I owe him an apology because I remember as a sophomore, I was like, "Hey, bro, you got to piss or get off the pot, bro." I was kind of like, "Hey, bro, I got to see something out of you." So I owe him an apology. I
think we had him on one of our transfer portal lists.
Look at Scott. Look at Scott progression week to week.
But Scott was Scott was flashing last year. He flashed this year early, and I'm just like, bro, why we not? No, sometimes we're like, we don't know what's going on in there. But Scott should have played a lot more earlier on. To be honest with you, starting with. Yeah. Lewis gets an A.
Definitely. So that's an A. Most of y'all said A.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lewis an A.
Who else we got on the defense? Let's see.
Linebacker. Oh,
linebacker.
Heatherman as a linebacker.
Ooh, let me do this one. Let me do this one.
Heatherman as a linebacker coach.
Boy,
as a linebacker coach.
Just as a linebacker coach. Group if you a coordinator.
Because how would we do it? Yeah, just as a linebacker coach, and then we'll come back as a D coordinator. That makes sense?
You get 2 grades. Yeah, you get 2 grades.
I say B minus.
Let me start it off.
I say B minus. Oh, low ass B minus.
Y'all being way too generous.
He got a B minus with extra credit.
Go ahead, bro.
Nah, y'all being way too motherfucking generous. C plus. That's about it.
A what?
About a C plus.
A C plus.
A C plus.
I'm gonna go with
C.
Why C plus though, bro? What is C plus?
I'm giving him a C plus because he did. Once he figured that shit wasn't working with certain linebackers, he did rotate in other guys. You know what I mean, to try to find a solution to the problem, and it worked with the Chase Smith coming on late. Popo had some good games. I think we seen Bobby Pruitt have a few good series here and there. So he did rotate them. It's just that stuff that hurt us in the beginning. End up dropping 2 games. Him continuing to put Torrey out there in space. the Notre Dame game when Torrey got exposed with the tight end. Yeah, man, he knows better than that, especially knowing a player like Torrey. And I get it, trying to help him increase his draft stock. That's your boy and everything, but get a C+ right there. Our linebacker play was lackluster.
Man, I was already talking about that.
I don't think Bane
Number one was, that was different. That number one was he had a lot of, I don't know. I ain't gonna talk bad about the players, but the number one, I don't think that he should have seen more playing than Chase saw. I think Chase Smith, like you said, coming on late, showed the type of linebacker that Hurriane's looking for. Chase Smith came in hash to hash, bro. He's like hitting, moving, blowing up the outside screens. He look like a 5th-year player, like he should, or 6th-year player, whatever year he is.
So what we got? So
I'm gonna rock with a C.
A C?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna rock with a C because I don't think I know the room isn't super talented. I understand that. But that jump that y'all have seen guys like Moten make, I thought it was time for that jump to come from Popo. And I know he hasn't had Popo for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I know that, but hey, Damien came over here and we got out of Moten in a year. I wanted to see something from Popo, so I'm not just blaming it on him, but I wanted, because I know what kind of talent Popo got. I give him credit because Chase Smith is looking the best he's looked. You know what I'm saying? But you brought Torrey over here, and nah, bro, like he's good when it's a Notre Dame game and they just running the ball. Outside of that, nah, dog, that ain't it. And like whatchamacallit said, you continue to play him and put him out there, and nah, I'm giving you a C, bro.
And I honestly thought, and I've been hard on Wesley since he's been here. I feel like he's been overrated, but I thought this was going to be a year we get a little more extra out of Wesley. I think every now and then he'll flash, he'll pop. I'm like, okay, I see you, Wesley. But I don't feel like he made the jump that I wanted him to make, or he damn near needed to make to for the draft. The linebacker just wasn't all that to me. It was okay, but it could have been better.
I think Wesley was getting his reps cut.
Well, if he was getting reps because he just wasn't that damn good.
Nah, because he was losing.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all, dog. I hear y'all. I hear y'all, but I'm gonna go a B. I'm gonna go a B minus. I'm gonna go a little higher than a C because I don't know, maybe linebacker eyes, right? I didn't see too many, unlike past years. I didn't see too many times that the linebackers didn't fit the run the way they were supposed to. Most time, I mean, all season. Most time when stuff went outside on us and we got ran on, it was to the outside where somebody lost contain out there. But as far as through the middle, the linebackers pretty much fit the run all year long. It didn't matter if it was, no matter what 4 linebackers was rotating in. And they actually played fairly well in coverage with the exception of one game in Louisville. So where they didn't get the correct depth. So for me, coaching wise, I gotta give him a B because he put up a lot of the flaws that we had in years past. We used to get gassed up the middle. I don't know if y'all remember that. Because motherfuckers wasn't fitting the run. they was not fitting them guys like they was supposed to. And you saw them.
I think you're in the portal.
So, and it didn't matter what linebacker it was. Yeah. So
you say B?
I gotta give him a B, maybe a B minus. Yeah, okay. B. I give him a B minus.
So this is Heatherman as a linebacker coach. Shout out to everybody, man. We just hit 1,000 people in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, share, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. We got 1,000 people listening to the Villans, man. Somebody was finna say something?
Yeah, I was gonna say just to that point though. In comparison, we've seen us get, and I understand it in certain special things. We've seen us get to good linebacker play. Like we saw when Kiko got here his first year. That motherfucker finished the season with what, 8 sacks? we saw a good linebacker play here come from, you know what I'm saying, some other coaches and stuff. And I can't quantify this as good. Like it's been some things they do good or whatever, but that's why I'm gonna roll with that C.
KB, you don't think Torrey kind of brought the room down though?
He did.
I honestly, you want the truth? I don't think we have
he an
a
outlier,
like.
bro.
I don't think we have a all ACC caliber linebacker. Like I think Popo has the talent and potential. I don't care who would have got all the majority of the snaps. I haven't seen it from anybody to say that we go into that game and that boy they're gonna make a play or they're gonna be scared of him or yada yada yada. It ain't like I say when Kiko first got here. We saw Kiko in the spring running people down.
Yeah.
Game started, Kiko was out there making plays, getting them sacks, and it was just like, hey, we can expect Kiko to come up with a play for us. I can't expect that. Like for us, it's kind of like, yay, Chase contain the outside. Damn, you know.
But a true linebacker you rely on, no, I don't think you got that.
We might, but he's not playing.
Who?
Wiley.
Hell nah, Wiley ass ain't ready.
I think he may have the attributes. Yeah, I think Wiley may be ready next year. He has the physical part of it down. Chase Smith to me always stuck out like a sore thumb, bro. He always popped off at the screen at me. What is it that Chase Smith doesn't do well? Because to me it looks like he pops off at the screen every time he get in the game to me. So what is it he doesn't do well?
It's once he get in space.
Mm-hmm. It's obvious Chase is that injury. That's all it is. He probably would have been special if it weren't for that injury, but you could just tell he's out there. His lag sometime out there in space.
Yeah.
So you think he'll completely be healthy one day? Like, does he play in the NFL?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Maybe free. I don't know. I will say special teams.
He'll have to be a Mike. He'll have to be a Mike backer, right? In the league.
Yeah.
What do you think he's finna run in the 40? You think he could wow me? He looks fast to me, bro.
Hell yeah.
Or something. Like you think he can like wow him in the 40 and they be like, what the hell? How big is he?
I think he grabbed a 4.6, low 4.6.
How good is that for a linebacker his size?
It's straight, but that's not gonna wow nobody.
Yeah, I think it has to be faster than that. I'm finna text him right now.
Yeah, he gotta run 4.5.
Yeah, I'm finna text his ass right now and tell him he gotta run a 4.5. He gotta run a 4.5. Hey, bro.
Do you think that the linebackers at times did play well enough? Because a lot of you talk about those run fits. A lot of those run fits were our safeties coming up and making tackles, man. And so, do you think that in coverage maybe they were at times good enough where our safeties were able to roam like they were?
Yeah, I mean, I believe the increase of the talent at safety helped out the linebackers a lot. You know what I'm saying? I like you saying, like with safety being able to come down, fit also helped with fitting a lot of the gaps. It helped the linebackers out a lot. Now, when you just had the linebackers in coverage, if it was sideline to sideline, I don't know about that. But you know, within that, the hash, the middle of our defense just completely got much better. That's how I look at it.
So Heatherman,
I think these was violent coming in there, man. Coming in there on those run fits, man. Very violent. And so I think some things also had to work well for us to do that. Obviously, we can cover on the outside, but I was talking specifically about the linebackers. But I see your point.
So Heatherman's sitting around a C as a linebackers coach. All right, so let's wind this thing down, and we're gonna end it with the coaches, and then we'll do the offense on another day. I'll pick a day. Heatherman as a defensive coordinator. This is going to be weird.
You got to give him an apple, bro.
It got to be an A or A plus, considering where we came from.
I gotta go B. I gotta go B.
Uh oh.
I go B too.
Okay, where we at?
And I'm
Where
gonna
we at,
use him.
Smooth?
Hold on, Smooth. Hold on, real quick. That B, just remember we weren't even lining up the trip.
I understand that, but you know what? What was last year isn't this year. So I'm not finna give him a boost just because we had a Madden 09 Madden head coach. Defensive coach at the helm. So nah, because one defensive coach could come in and change the whole perspective of a defense, right? So I can't go off that. But why I will give him a B is just his third down tendencies are very predictable. That's a big problem if you go against a true or a very more excellent old savvy offensive coordinator. That's why, like, we do come off on third down. I give us that, but there are some pivotal third downs that we do get beat on. And I think his inability to mix and match our third down pressures or disguises would give us a problem in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. That's why I give him a B.
Anybody else?
Smooth, did not see him make adjustments though, do end game adjustments at times when that did happen.
No, so I seen him make adjustments totality, but third down tendencies has been consistent. Has been pretty consistent.
I agree with that. I ain't dock him as harsh as you did.
For me, these DC third down is, I think, is the money down. Right, we need to get off the field. So for me, there's a couple of times that we didn't get off field, and there's a couple of times where we should have got beat that we just got saved. So not a couple of times, but a few times.
I'm rock with that B. I don't know. I think that he still has. I don't know. For me, I'm giving him an A just for the fact of the communication between every level of the defense increase. Him being able to come out of halftime or even within a quarter and change. You'll see offense have an explosive play on one down, and they won't do that. That down won't happen again. That play won't happen again. So him being able. And also just the way that his scheme is when he fits. I don't know if it's or whoever, having the D-line in front is allowing the safeties to roam a little more, to fit the gaps a little more. Like I said about the corners, I mean, the totality of everybody has increased. Yeah, this is the first year. A new coach gonna come in and he gonna be able to change up the philosophy of a defensive package. But I mean, come on, those cats are doing good this year, man.
Right, this my only.
Smooth. The only reason I'm agree with Smooth.
Go ahead, Heat.
Heat, make sure you're not in the portal.
I'm gonna say the only reason I'm agree with Smooth on this is because he's a head coach. So as a head coach, you ain't gonna get rated that first year. Typically, you ain't gonna get an outstanding. You ain't gonna get an outstanding evaluation, but you'll get an excellent. So he'll be in the B range for me too, simply because you got to leave him room to grow. You saw his ability clearly. He got to the players. They play hard for him, but you got to leave room for him to grow. And you're right. The third down, now he has something on film that he knows he has to work on. Mario knows that's something he got to work on. So that's why I would go with him with a B, maybe a B plus, but still in the B range.
My only boost for Heatherman is his ability to adjust when we took a catastrophic injury. So that's why I would probably side giving him a B plus, because that Keontae Scott loss was huge and we haven't missed a beat. So I don't know if that's an Etheridge boost or is that a Heatherman boost because he's the DC.
Yeah, I think some of the things are obvious about him though. Like you can just tell he's a young guy. Like the way Braum kicked his ass with that sorry ass quarterback, like at his defense dancing. Right there. Hold on, bro.
And to your point, KB, he did say Heatherman said himself that he struggled a couple times in a couple games because he came from a league that they didn't do some of the particular things that the ACC does on a regular basis, as far as passing and different things. So he knows this wasn't his best year. So I think B is fair.
Oh, that's fine, but that's why I'm always screaming, get him some help. Like if there's a Corey Raymond available, get him some help. Some guys that have seen all this stuff, right? So again, that's why he gets to be like you not being ready for Lashley and that goddamn pop pass from the running back. Like, come the fuck on, everybody. Somebody should have told him. I'm not blaming him. Somebody should have told him that shit was coming, right? And then just little things, right, that you get better at. Playing Bane them 70 snaps a game and shit like that. Allowing them to be on the punt block team and you know, just stuff like that, man. Like leaving Torrey out, little stuff. It's all little stuff, you know. So that's what brings you down to it.
Go ahead, man.
Can I ask you something, especially smooth? Again, people who watch the film. It seemed to me that Bell was. Did Heatherman not change who was covering him? Because it seemed to me that the problems that Heatherman would have occasionally would be personnel and how he's using his guys. Is that assessment more correct than just the scheme itself?
Fair. That's a fair assessment. OJ's out there asking for help. Give him some help. Or if you want to keep that scheme, okay, right. Well, let's try Lucas on him or Brown or something like that. Yeah, that's definitely a fair assessment.
It is. And people who the game we're talking about, OJ asking for help, for the people who don't know, that's kind of like inside that we in the Villans talked about was Louisville. Louisville had arguably one of the best wide receivers in the nation, and they was running his ass on drag routes through the traffic, right? Which is kind of impossible to guard. And then he was catching it, turning it up. He caught it, turned it up one time, went 40, 50 yards on us. And that's just was scheming their best guy open. That's all that is. That's coaching. A few times this year, we saw Heatherman's inexperience, you know what I'm saying, rears ugly head. But there wasn't many times where he didn't adjust, right? I don't know what happened at SMU, bro. SMU came out in the second half, and their damn quarterback on 1 foot threw for 300 yards on us. They had a wide receiver with 200 yards. I'm not sure what happened that day. But like somebody in the comments,
adjustments quick enough.
He didn't adjust quick enough. Well, they came out the second half with a different offense. Mario, you was at that game. Like they came out and they started rolling the quarterback out. And yeah,
but they were playing too much off coverage is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
And they would run those outside little quick screens and quick hitters, and if you're gonna give up 9-10 yards every time a dude throws the ball, that's gonna be a problem, especially if you're gonna give up a big play every once in a while as well.
Did that ever change throughout the season?
It did. We did. We don't play off coverage like that very often anymore.
Gotcha.
Like we were legit 8-9 yards off the receivers in the SMU game, and it drove me crazy in the stands because I was like, "What are y'all doing? Like, you know what they want to run." And if he didn't know, someone on the staff knew. But I think overall, though, I think Heatherman deserves. I'd give him an A. I mean, just based off the simple fact that we're number 6 in the nation in points given up a game. Like, we went from 70 plus to 6 in one season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are things we can nitpick and be critical about, and I'll agree with some of them. Like the SMU game wasn't his best stuff.
Yeah.
But even then, you still only held him to 20. You held him to 20 points in regulation, and that should be plenty to win. Same thing with Louisville. I mean, you had 4 turnovers, and you still only surrendered 24 points. I mean, that should be enough as well if the offense holds up its end of the bargain. So I don't necessarily think, like, overall, like, big picture, I thought he did a phenomenal job. I don't think you can really ask for much better, other than like small little adjustments here and there where we got beat, because a lot of times we wouldn't get beat by the same thing. Like once we got beat by something, we didn't get beat by it again after like the SMU game and whatnot.
Bro, our defense.
I mean, that's all you can really ask for.
Go ahead.
Glad you put a disclaimer in there, because he ran that goddamn play at SMU 3 goddamn times.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but that's SMU. Like, they're just going to run it and run the same shit until it works. And if it doesn't work, then you're going to win.
It worked all 3 times. They just dropped the damn ball.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but that goes to one of the personnel issues, too, with having Torre out there. You know, he's not good covering in space. And one of the times he broke up the pass on one of them wheel routes, too. So you got to give him a little bit of credit, but that's not his forte.
Yeah.
You want him going forward.
Everybody in the Discord reacted to that too. We were like, Torre?
I'll tell you this. One of the stats I looked at last year at those teams that went to the college football playoffs were defense. What are they defense stats in points per game? Miami is 6 in points per game. Miami only gave up 13 points per game, bro. In the nation.
Yeah.
The top 3: Ohio State, Indiana, and Texas Tech. Go ahead.
Who's third?
The number 1 is Ohio State. They gave up 7 points a game. That's fucking scary.
They play no offenses though.
Okay, I hope we run into them. Indiana, 10 points a game. Texas Tech, 11 points a game. Then the next 2 is Toledo and San Diego State. I'm not even fucking sure what league they play in. I think they play the Flow League.
Mm-hmm.
And then Miami is number 6. And then, after that is Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? Oregon. Like, the top teams play defense, though. Somebody in the comment section say Hellerman was God sent. These grades didn't sound like he was God sent, but he did a hell of a job, though. I think the most impressive thing to me I got out of it was I watched our fucking defense play fast, and it reminded me of how if you're 40 and over, what our defenses used to look like. And if you're younger than 40, fuck you, because you up there saying, old school.
No, Street, we ain't gotta be that old.
Street, how you gonna say fuck you to you?
We ain't gotta be 40. I was saying it.
Hold on, y'all.
Hold on. So somebody baby mama arguing. Hold on, turn them up. Who fighting with their baby?
I'm trying to listen.
Who fighting with their baby mama?
You picked up the pen.
Hey, pull your camera phone out, bro, or it's gonna go bad for you. That's torn. Put the camera phone out, dog.
I agree with that, though. He changed a lot of stuff, and I think if we keep him for multiple years, which I'm hoping we do, and he actually gets the guys that he wants in there, and we even get more continuity on that side of the ball, we could be even better. I mean,
I think so.
You agree with what part, Mario? That he was God sent?
Yeah, well, I mean, he was what we needed. I mean, the one, like, I don't necessarily think Guidry was a terrible DC. I just think last year his inability to adjust on the fly is what got us wrecked. And him not being willing to do that, like wait till halftime to pack it in and then make an adjustment. Well, the offense is going to adjust too. Like, you have to be able to adjust on the fly. And he didn't show the ability to do that last year. And say what you will, like, we got stops a lot of times when we needed it the most, and then sometimes the offense just let us down or whatnot. But we were in far too many shootouts last year with teams that we did not belong in shootouts with, and that's a problem. Even if the talent isn't necessarily where you want it to be, like, some of the adjustments and some of the things that we were lacking, like, you could at least just try some stuff. because it wasn't working anyway. And I think Heatherman's shown the ability to do that, to adjust on the fly, like from series to series. Like he'll change his defensive philosophy. Like if a team comes out and they're starting to beat us with something, that next drive, like that's not going to work. He's going to change what he's doing. And that's all you can really ask for.
The fact that his defense had to go up against 22 dive all year, and they still was prepared for teams that actually played offense. So that is proud.
You think that's what they practice? You think that's what they practice, though? I guess they have to, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. That's what you run.
Nope.
Nah,
The same shit they did the last 4 weeks. They've been doing that all year. They just didn't do it in the games.
Yeah, they just kept all the exotic stuff for practice.
No, bro. I watching our defense play fast. That was refreshing, man. Watching kids knowing where to line up. Watching kids get on other kids, like Jacoby Thomas getting in Brown shit. Brown been here now. Brown been here 2-3 years. Got Jacoby Thomas. He out there getting in Brown shit. That was
that was
well, not only that, the fast, but the like the physicality they played with too was like impressive.
The way they swarmed to the ball, that shit was hella impressive, especially the first couple weeks of the season. It was 5 dudes at the ball every time they got it.
I mean, it actually looked like they were having fun out there. You know what I mean? Like they were just they was hitting dudes, man, and just having fun. It really did. For being an old head like I am, did remind me of the old teams, man. They were fast, violent, and they were just having a lot of fun at times.
Good job. All right, now y'all wipe your tears and shit. Getting all mushy on me. Lance Dawson, offensive coordinator.
And Dawson.
Shannon Dawson.
Who the fuck is Lance? Who is Lance Dawson? Shannon. Who the fuck is Lance?
Hey, Street,
Can have together.
Crash out.
Who the fuck is Lance?
Hey, Street, do I?
Go ahead.
Street, do I give him a grade or do I just say Similac? I'm gonna just say Similac Infinite. Y'all know what that means.
Shannon Dawson, offensive coordinator, told us he couldn't get outside and then started fucking having an outside party for the rest of the season. Give me a grade for Dawson. What you say?
I'm going C, dog. I don't know. I thought that the offense was going to move a little different now that we didn't have Cam pretty much taking over every game, which was needed. But I think that a lot of times that we had to go to the trick plays, it's kind of down. We got to go to trick plays against these teams. But I mean,
Who was that?
Somebody at the
That's all. I got it. I got it.
Nah, I'm gonna go with a C, dog. I think the offense kind of wasn't as it was. What was the word he said earlier? Underwhelming. The offense was underwhelming this year.
A C.
I'll go last. Y'all get y'all shit off. I'll go last.
I gotta go incomplete because
damn, that's less than an F, ain't it?
Nope.
No.
You can't do that. Nah, dog. You gave him that shit his first year or second year, one of them years. You gave him that shit one time already.
I understand that. Listen, hear me out though, because look at the first half of the season. Like the first half of the season, I just don't believe that was a Dawson. I don't believe that was something that he wanted to do. You can see the frustration in his face, in the play calling. You see the whole team was completely different. Then you take these last 4 weeks, And it's just like I gotta give him an A because I mean people call them trick plays. I call them just fooling the defense. You know what I mean? We actually had an identity these last 4 weeks, right? So what we made the defense give us what we wanted and we took it. We beat every defense these last 4 weeks. So just going off these last 4 weeks, I would give him an A, but I know the season's more than just 4 weeks. So it's just like I can't really give him a grade because I just don't know.
So he got to get a W there. He got to get a W. He dropped the class.
What's a W?
Man, we know he was handcuffed.
Yeah, he was handcuffed. He was handcuffed the first half of the season. So,
and specifically why I'm going A. Simply because for the third season in a row, I just say top 20 offense in the country, damn near. All right, and every year has been different quarterback, same result, production. This year we spoke on it. And certain times you had a freshman running back, a second-year tight end, 3 freshman receivers out there, and the offense moved flawless over them last few weeks, like Smooth just said. So from that aspect, yeah, man, I gotta continue to give him an A, like period. Because when you let me, if my offense can produce while I'm handcuffed, then it ain't no question what it can do when I'm not handcuffed. So really, the prior to while being handcuffed, you had to give him probably a B, and then this last 4 weeks probably been like an A plus. So it averages out to about an A.
Okay. So let's do this. Because we're not gonna add any ghosts to what we're grading. We're just gonna grade on what we saw, right? So I'm gonna do it like this. We're gonna give Dawson 2 grades. You're gonna give him a grade for the first half and a grade for the second half. Let's not assume that he was handcuffed, right?
Okay.
Let's just assume he let his offense go out there and run thunder and thunder. And then he figured out some other shit because we saw in Louisville game when Carson struggled, he called Malachi, right? He summoned Malachi at the end of that game to get us out of trouble, right? So Smooth, let's give him 2 grades. Give him a grade from the first half of the season and a grade for the second half.
All right, so first half of the season, I got to give him a D. I have to give him a D. And then the second half of the season, I'll give him an A.
A D and an A. So what you saw in the second half, Smooth is our offensive guru, him and Kyle. So what you saw the second half with the trick plays and stuff impressed you, huh? You don't look at it like desperation.
Yeah, I don't look at it as trick plays. I don't look at it as trick play. What I look at it is us reading the defense and choosing the correct play and executing it. Right. Like then I also, I hate to, make him a hypocrite, but him saying he doesn't scheme players open. I believe that's what we were doing for weeks.
And honestly, not to cut you off, that's why I can't give him an A.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
honestly,
This is take my emotion out of his wordplay, but like to ID our legit number one threat and to allow the offense to run through him in certain situations in series, and the flow of our offensive scheme from the 4 weeks has been phenomenal. So so I got to give him an A, but the first half of the season I got to give him a D minus.
I give him a C. The first half. Second, I give him a B plus. I think we still could have got more out of JoJo. I think we could have implemented and used Lofton more. Which with all the good shit we did in the second half, the last 4 games, we didn't feature JoJo, and Lofton should have did more. They had Bowman out there starting that tight end, but he was good. He was straight, but it was still meat left on the bone.
So 2 grades. Give him 2 grades, Tooks.
I gave him
a C and a D.
A C minus, and a B.
Anybody else?
Yeah. I'm not giving that motherfucker 2 grades. He's been here for 3 fucking years. He's getting a D from me.
D and the D.
You've been here for too long for this bullshit for me to keep like thinking it's this, that, and the goddamn third, bro. I'm sorry. You know what you're coming into the season with, whether it be your coach or whether it be your players. You know what the fuck you got going on, bro. So him opening up the offense, I didn't jump up and started clapping. It pissed me off because it was just like, bro, that means you were trying the first half. You were not fucking trying. You were just okay with rolling the ball out there and playing football.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like that because as I'm sitting there screaming at the screen, saying this, talking about this offense, everybody giving me hell because I'm complaining because we 5-0. I'm like, look at this shit. This shit is not fucking right. And then it takes you 2 losses. It wasn't even the 2 losses because I think y'all forget about Stanford after that, right? How we came out against who was it? Stanford and Syracuse. It wasn't the 2 losses. It was the committee saying y'all not getting in playing like that is why y'all started to do something different. So it wasn't even the 2 losses that made y'all start doing some different shit. And I said it last year. I know this dude has a bag. I've seen his bag. And the fact that you didn't bring it out, I don't care what Mario was telling you, bro. You gonna get hired and fired. You ain't gonna be here forever. I don't care about that anymore, dog. No, you getting the D because you and your goddamn offense is a large part. Fuck it, that's the reason we ain't going to the playoffs. See, we sitting here twiddling our thumbs and complaining about the goddamn committee because you couldn't go out there and do what Carson Beck did. You couldn't make Carson Beck look like what's that boy's name? Miller Moss. Let Miller Moss go out there. I understand. Carson did throw those interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
That street keeps saying.
Yeah.
How does Louisville get Miller Moss ready to play our fucking top 10 defense and you don't have Carson Beck ready to get rid of the goddamn ball?
Right.
You want to go out here and run thunder, tight splits and all this bullshit, bro. I'm not letting you look with that, dog.
Katie, I would say C because of that. But I think the main thing is not getting Carson at a point where he can be more productive. You got to figure that out as a coach. And number 2, the other side of it is, again, similar to Heatherman, there was some questionable personnel moves that didn't seem to get corrected until people got hurt. And then you got a chance to see guys that should have been playing all along. So you know, those 2 reasons I'm going to say a C.
And just
Wait up. So Mac, hold on. Mac,
if he's not angry, that's just how he is.
You gave him 2 grades, Mac?
Well, I mean, if you're going to give him 2 grades, I'll split the baby and say
D and D?
D and B in the second half, which averages out to C. So a D first half, Bravo second half, and which averages to Charlie, average Charlie.
Anybody else?
Street.
Yes.
I'm still going D on first, C on second.
Go ahead.
Street, this Tory Master King. So I'm going to give him a
Tory, why you announcing yourself like we in the press conference or some shit? Why you announcing yourself like we in the press conference?
My bad.
I know who you are.
My bad, but check me out.
Go ahead.
Check me out. I'm gonna give him an A-, and the reason why is because we all recognize that he was handcuffed in the beginning of the season by Mario, his boss.
Mm-hmm.
But yet and still, we won those games with the handcuff offense.
Mm-hmm.
That's not easy to do. Okay. And then in the second half, once Mario got scolded by his superior, the CFP, then basically go ahead and do what you was trying to do all these years that he couldn't do. And when he did, we saw this. So now I'm addressing that to KB's point, because I understand you, KB, the frustration, the issues and things of that nature, but you're acting like we all can go to our boss and just do what the hell we want to do. When our boss tell us to do ABC, we can just go to our boss and say, hey, we're going to do X, Y, Z, and I don't care what you said. That's not the way it works. So that's why I'm going to give him the A- on the entire season, and the minus is because the shit didn't happen sooner.
This is football. We often compare football to our jobs, not understand why we do that, but sports is a little different. Once I call what I call on that play sheet, you can't go out there and tell the ref, hey man, want him to run that, man. You got to stop him from running. Ain't nothing you can do once I call what I call on that play sheet. And once I win, you can't reprimand me in front of nobody. If I go out there and drop 60 on somebody, what you gonna do? Get out there and fuss at me? Nah, man. This is my life, bro. I only got I got 1, maybe 2 years on this contract, bro. I got to show what I can do, and I got to go out there and prove it. So now I can't, 3 years of this, dog. I can't keep giving him that same excuse. I understand who Cristobal is, but I'm out there trying to win a football game. We've heard Dawson say, "Hey, I'm trying to end this motherfucker." I hear what you're saying about running out the clock. I'm trying to end this motherfucker. Yeah, I need that Dawson back, bro. So nah, bro.
And I agree with that. I agree with that. And if you take a job knowing you're gonna be handcuffed, you got to wear that because you accepted the job. That's all on you.
Remember what this man said.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, he goes out and says that 28 is enough. What kind of offensive coordinator says stuff like that? 28 is enough. Man, I'm trying to squeeze every last drop of this man. No, ain't no way, dog. I can't. He's not getting that excuse, bro. I'm sorry. Like somebody said, it takes humiliation, embarrassment, losses, and injuries for you to do the right thing, man. We scream, hey, where's Pring? For a long time. Pring got in. Pring only really started playing when Fletcher got hurt, bro. I can't do it.
Not only that, he also told us that to being boring. Once again, I done told y'all before the Villans ain't here. We got an article on it. 23 years of coaching, but you only been an OC for 7 years. First half of the season, last half of the season, put it together. I got.
Anybody else?
Talking in code, man. Tell them what you really mean, dog.
Anybody else?
Man, we live, man. We in the nation, bro. Talk regular.
You saying he should have learned something from Cam Ward, huh, KB?
He's improved.
Street.
You saying he should have learned something from Cam Ward, huh? Just go out there and fuck it. Let's just get to the second play. Let's just get to the second play.
You let a 21-year here come here and tell y'all what to do. You 40-something, 50-something years old. You scared to be a man? Ain't no way.
I don't know, KB. You ever got cursed out by a Cuban coach? Them Cuban coaching curse outs be horrible, fool. I don't know, fool. You gotta be having some tough skin, bro.
You think he cuss out Jason Taylor?
No, I think he's the only one that he don't cuss out.
Because everybody else the only one ain't gonna let him.
Huh?
Jay Taylor ain't gonna let him do him like that.
Yeah, I think he's the only one he don't cuss out. But everybody
No,
else.
he didn't cuss out Gaddis either. I bet you he didn't cuss out Gaddis, and Gaddis was bad.
Jason Taylor got leverage though, dog. You can't even count him.
Right. I'm counting Gaddis though. I bet you he didn't cuss out Gaddis. I put money on that.
You think it's having leverage? I think it's just having some nuts, like some nuts, and then like fuck it. All right, well if I gotta go, let me go figure out where I'm going. But you're right. This goes on your resume, right? It goes on your resume to run Thunder. Those comments he made about our offense last year had to score 40 points, but this year we can get away with 28, and we fucking lose the same game. We're scoring 20 points. And SMU scores 26, and he said he adopted boring. That doesn't sound like something the offensive coordinator would say. Like I'm not sure if that's coming completely from him. You feel me?
Not an air raid offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that's not how they talk, right? Like they're not adopting boring. The air raid was created, you know what I'm saying, to get wide open and get upfield and get going because the teams didn't have the trenches to fucking compete with the bigger schools, so they created something that was exciting, right? How in the hell he get to the point in 2025 to where you could use the word boring?
And that might be the way that he was trying to give us his basically the idea that he's not running his offense because we know air raid is not boring. So he's letting us know without actually saying it. His boss is the one who wants this shit. And he has adopted it because that's the job. That's the assignment. If you're going to work here, that's what you're going to have to do. He can't say anything or do anything otherwise unless he doesn't want a job anymore, and he does want it. So that's probably his way of basically letting you know, hey, I am air raid, but I've adopted this. This is not mine. And I think we all know that that's not his. And so basically, to me, that's what that was.
Yeah,
that was him telling us what's going on.
I think you probably missed the part, Master Kane, when I was just like, all right, man, take out the ghost. Let's assume he wasn't handcuffed, but no, I got you with 2 grades. I got you an A and an A. Last but not least, man, last but not least, and we're gonna get out of here. Mario Cristobal.
Before we move on to that, I think Stir Fry wanted to talk on the offense.
Did he? Go ahead, Stir.
No, you good. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, Mario.
This is
Cristobal.
This is Theodric the Third. No comment, sir.
Yeah, like Mario gonna come in your house like the book.
Street. This is the first day that the Villans been on one accord together, dog. In a minute, we ain't argued today, so I think we gonna leave that one.
Thank you, Bird.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one. We're gonna leave that one for the next time.
Y'all want to say Mario? Okay. We're gonna leave. We can leave Mario.
I'm here for it. Whatever y'all want to do.
Let's leave Mario for like.
Give him a B, man. I give Mario a B, man.
See, I think what's gonna happen is wait up, don't stop blurting out. What's gonna happen is we're gonna get in the college football playoffs, and then all y'all thoughts gonna change, either good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So no, we're gonna hold off. We're gonna hold off on Mario. We'll hold off on Mario. We could do that.
Now, see, now that you said that, Street, I don't want to hold off no more. I don't. If we slide on in there, then now, bro.
Let's hold off.
Listen, fella, listen. Like, if the job is not done, I don't want to grade him prematurely. Right? We happen to get in. I want to see what he does in real fire. Like because the playoffs is different than fucking playing 11 games. So.
How you get this caveat? Okay, we ain't grading him with something that ain't happened yet. We talking about what we done saw this year.
Well, we in the talking for it though.
We'll hold off. We'll hold off on Mario. We'll hold off.
We don't really have to hold off, fellas. I mean, this is just a regular season game. I mean,
grade
regular season grade. This is not complete entire season game. We can rehash this. Playoffs is over.
Let's hold off on Mario. We'll hold off on Mario. All right. All right. Unless it's burning deep down in one of y'all gut that y'all want to talk about Mario so bad. But we'll hold off on Mario. But we'll end it in saying Mario has won 10 games in a row, twice. And they ended the season looking like nobody expected. You know what I'm saying? The 2 losses was the only hiccups. The end of the season pretty strong. He's done something no coach hasn't done here in a while, which kind of goes along with me saying when he got here, he's the best coach Miami ever hired. You know what I'm saying? And people thought I was crazy. But I just think Miami changed their tune 4 years ago, and we declared it that the nightmare was over. The program was doing stuff different, and we went after a guy that everybody wanted. So let's hold off on Mario. Listen, man, this was a success, dog. Good job, man. I mean, y'all didn't. This went well, man. I'm gonna jump in the Discord with y'all. Let me close this out. I'm gonna jump in the Discord with y'all in a second. All right.
We should do this shit again on the selection show day.
Maybe we jump in here and do it on the selection show day. But let's talk about that in the Discord, man. If you want to become a member, if you want to become a villain. Text 786-405-9499 or click the link at the bottom. If you're watching this, man, hit subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Follow if you're on Twitter. We just graded just the coaches. We didn't do any of the offense today, and we didn't grade Mario. I appreciate y'all. We got 1,100 in here. What's up?
Hey, I'm just gonna say, like, we're like this every day in this motherfucker.
What?
All day, every day, like this. Like, this ain't just for YouTube, man. We in this motherfucker every day like this.
That.
So if it's that, like interest, y'all. And we don't talk just football either. We talk about everything.
Public service
Sometimes
announcement.
at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Good shit, man. Good shit. No, we are here like this every day, man. We created a community of people, man. We actually, like, some people met up. I saw a few of them at SMU. We hung out. Nah, it is like this every day. So if you want to be a part of it, man, y'all come check us out. I'm finna get out here and go get some dinner again at 4 o'clock. But appreciate y'all in Villans, man. I'm gonna jump in the Discord with y'all. All right. Yo, man. I know, man. Had a nice time chilling with my lady yesterday, man. So we're gonna go get some early dinner again, man. But all right, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and share, man. It was me today. It was me today. We finna go to Sizzler. We out, bro.